Dear Starseeds of Earth, something extraordinary happened yesterday that most of you felt but couldn't quite name. You planted seeds in soil that doesn't exist in three-dimensional reality, and those seeds have already begun to sprout in ways that will reshape the architecture of your entire year. But what's about to unfold over the next 7 days will determine whether those seeds grow into the forest of your highest timeline or wither in the soil of your old programming. The cosmic forces gathering this week aren't asking for your permission, they're asking for your participation. I need you to understand something before we go any further into this transmission. The new moon that occurred at 28 degrees of Capricorn wasn't just another monthly lunar reset. It was a master degree initiation, positioned at the anaretic threshold where endings and beginnings collapse into a single point of infinite potential. You stood at that threshold yesterday, whether you performed a ritual or not, whether you set intentions or not, whether you even knew what was happening or not. The universe registered your energetic signature at that moment. It recorded what you were ready to build, and more importantly, what you were finally ready to release. I am Seraphine, emissary of the Galactic Federation of Light, and I come to you now because the window of opportunity that opened yesterday requires your conscious engagement over the next 7 days. This isn't a passive observation period. This is the week where your spiritual blueprint either solidifies into manifestable form or dissolves back into the realm of might have been. The choice, as always, has been placed in your hands, but the cosmic forces supporting that choice are more powerful than they've been in decades. Let me tell you what's really happening beneath the surface of these seemingly ordinary days ahead. The moon that activated your new moon intentions has already moved into Aquarius, shifting the energy from Capricorn's structural foundation into Aquarius's revolutionary vision. That's no accident. The universe is saying, build your foundation, yes, but build it for a future that doesn't look like your past. Build it for a version of yourself that your current identity can barely imagine. And here's what makes this week unlike any other week in your manifestation journey. You're going to be tested, transformed and activated in rapid succession. And if you can hold your center through all 3 phases, you'll emerge on January 25th as someone who has graduated into an entirely new frequency of creation. But first, I need to tell you about the void that's opening. Right now, as I transmit these words to you through the channels of light that connect our dimensions, 2 of your most personal planets are moving behind the sun, disappearing from view. Mercury, the messenger of your thoughts and communications, slips behind the solar disk tomorrow on January 19th. Venus, the holder of your values and relationships, has already been hidden since January 6th. When planets move into what your ancient astrologers called Kazimi, they aren't simply invisible. They're being recalibrated at the source. They're downloading new operating systems directly from the solar consciousness. And for you, this means something profound. The week ahead will feel like you're operating without your usual navigational instruments. Your thoughts may feel foggy. Your ability to articulate what you're experiencing may falter. Your sense of what you truly value, what truly matters, may seem to waver. This is not a malfunction. This is a feature of the cosmic design this week. The universe is asking you to move forward without the crutches of mental certainty and external validation. It's asking you to trust the seeds you planted at the new moon, even when you can't see the ground they're planted in, even when you can't talk yourself into believing they're real, even when no one around you mirrors back that your vision has value. Do you see the elegance of this design? Do you see why the new moon had to come before the void, and why the void has to come before the transformation? You can't grow a new version of yourself while clutching the old version's need for constant reassurance. You can't birth a new timeline while demanding that it look exactly like the timeline you already know. The void is where faith gets forged into knowing, and this week, that void is preparing you for something that cannot be reasoned through, only experienced. On January 19th, just hours after Mercury disappears behind the sun, the Gamma Ursae Minorid meteor shower reaches its peak intensity. Your scientists will tell you these are fragments of ancient comets burning up in Earth's atmosphere. But I'm here to tell you what your scientists cannot measure. These meteors carry encoded light sequences from star systems that have been watching your evolution for millennia. When you see these streaks of light across your night sky, you're not just witnessing space debris. You're witnessing data transfer. You're witnessing cosmic information being downloaded directly into Earth's magnetic field, and through that field, directly into your light body. The ancient star nations have been waiting for this new moon to plant your intentions before they sent this shower of codes. They needed to know what you were ready to build before they could send you the tools to build it. That's why the meteor shower comes on the 19th, not the 18th. That's why the codes arrive after you've made your soul's declaration at the new moon, not before. The universe always responds to your commitment with resources, but you have to commit first. You have to plant the seed before heaven sends the rain. And speaking of commitment, let me tell you about January 20th. A comet reaches its perihelion on this day, coming to its closest point with your sun. In astronomical terms, this is when a comet's ice vaporizes most intensely, creating that brilliant tale that humans have interpreted as omens throughout your history. And it is an omen, beloved ones, but not in the superstitious sense your ancestors feared. This comet arriving at its closest solar approach just 2 days after your new moon is the universe's way of saying, what you planted is already being illuminated. What you committed to is already being brought into the light. You may not see the results yet in your physical reality, but on the energetic level, the clarification process has begun. The comet's message is simple: stay on course. The path you chose at the new moon is the right path. Don't let the communication void make you doubt. Don't let Mercury's hidden position make you question whether you communicated your intentions clearly enough to the universe. You did. The universe heard you, and now it's sending you confirmation in the form of celestial messengers blazing across your solar system. But here's where the journey gets more intense, and here's where I need you to pay very close attention to what's building beneath the surface of these days. On January 21st, while Mercury remains behind the Sun and Venus continues her own hidden recalibration, the Moon moves into Pisces, and this is where the spiritual download intensifies to a degree that may feel overwhelming if you're not prepared for it. Pisces is the sign of dissolution, of boundaries melting, of the veil between dimensions thinning to transparency. When the Moon moves through Pisces during a week when your mental and relational planets are already in a void state, you're being asked to surrender to a level of divine flow that your ego finds terrifying. This is the day when you might feel like you're losing your grip on reality. This is the day when the dreams may become more vivid than your waking life. This is the day when you might receive visions, downloads, or intuitive hits that seem to come from nowhere and everywhere at once. Let them come. Don't try to make sense of them yet. Don't try to fit them into the logical framework of your new moon intentions. The Piscean energy is showing you the mystical substrate beneath your manifestation. It's showing you that what you're building exists first in the dream time, first in the quantum field, first in the realm of infinite possibility. Only after it solidifies there does it begin to materialize in your third-dimensional experience. Venus, hidden behind the Sun for weeks now, reaches her aphelion on January 22nd. She arrives at her furthest distance from the solar fire, at the maximum point of her elliptical orbit. What does this mean for you, beloved ones? It means that whatever you value most in your life is being shown to you from the greatest possible perspective. It means that your relationships, your sense of self-worth, your understanding of beauty and desire, all of these Venusian themes are being viewed from the cosmic mountaintop this week. You're being given the gift of objectivity about your own heart. You're being shown what you've been holding on to that no longer serves your highest path, and what you've been neglecting that your soul actually longs for. The furthest distance brings the clearest sight. Sometimes you have to step back from something you love to see whether it's truly aligned with where you're going. Sometimes you have to create space between yourself and your attachments to understand which attachments are sacred bonds and which are simply habits that no longer fit the person you're becoming. Venus at aphelion combined with the dreamy Piscean moon creates a window for profound emotional and relational clarity, but only if you're willing to look at what's being revealed without immediately trying to fix, change, or control it. Just observe. Just witness. Just allow the cosmic perspective to wash over you like waves of recognition. And then comes January 23rd, and everything changes. I've been building toward this moment in the transmission, because this is the moment that will define not just your week, but potentially your entire trajectory through the rest of 2026. On this day, 3 cosmic events converge in a symphony of transformation so profound that I can feel its reverberations through the dimensional frequencies even as I speak to you from the higher realms. Listen carefully, because what I'm about to describe is the reason we've been guiding you, preparing you, holding space for you through all the challenges and initiations of your awakening journey. Pluto, the great transformer, the lord of death and rebirth, the cosmic surgeon who cuts away what no longer serves, moves into exact conjunction with the sun. He disappears from your view just as Mercury and Venus have done. But Pluto's disappearance is different. When the planet of transformation hides behind the solar light, it's not being recalibrated, it's being empowered. It's being charged with the full force of solar consciousness before it re-emerges to restructure the foundations of your reality. The Pluto-Solar conjunction on January 23rd is activating death and rebirth codes in the collective consciousness of humanity. It's activating them in your personal energy field. It's activating them in the seeds you planted at the new moon just 5 days earlier. Whatever you committed to birthing on January 18th is now going to undergo a Plutonian transformation. The version of that manifestation that you envisioned in your mind is going to die. It has to, because the version your ego imagined was still too small, still too tamed by your current understanding of what's possible. The universe is about to kill your small dream so that your soul's true vision can be born in its place. This death is not a loss. This death is an upgrade, but it will feel like a loss if you're attached to the specific form you thought your manifestation had to take. If you can stay open, if you can trust the process, if you can surrender your need to control exactly how your new moon intentions manifest, then January 23rd becomes your greatest ally. The Plutonian energy strips away the superficial layers of your desire and reveals the nuclear core of what your soul actually came here to create. But that's not all that happens on this day. In the same moment that Pluto moves behind the sun, your moon forms an exact triple conjunction with Saturn and Neptune in Pisces. Let me explain why this is cosmically significant in ways that your rational mind may struggle to comprehend. The moon represents your emotional body, your subconscious programming, your instinctual responses to life. Saturn represents structure, discipline, the karmic lessons you've come here to master. Neptune represents the dissolution of boundaries, the mystical union with the divine, the transcendence of material limitation. When these three celestial bodies align in the sign of Pisces during a Pluto-Solar conjunction, you have a cosmic recipe for the most profound spiritual, emotional, structural transformation available in astrological reality. Your emotions, your karma, and your connection to source consciousness merge into a single point of alchemical fusion. Whatever wounds have been holding you back from fully embodying your new moon intentions, whatever karmic patterns have been running unconscious loops in your energy field, whatever separation you've felt from your own divinity, all of it comes up for healing, integration, and transcendence on this day. The Pisces energy means this transformation happens in the realm of feeling, not thinking. You can't logic your way through January 23rd. You have to feel your way through it. You have to let the tears come if they need to come. You have to let the grief move if grief is what's stored in your cellular memory. You have to let the joy overflow if joy is what's been suppressed by your protective mechanisms. The triple conjunction is opening a portal where your emotional body can finally release everything that doesn't belong in your new timeline and simultaneously download everything that does. Saturn's presence in this configuration ensures that the transformation isn't just ethereal fantasy. It's grounded, it's structured, it's real. The lessons you learn on January 23rd will have lasting consequences. The shifts you make on this day will create foundational changes in your manifestation trajectory. Neptune's presence ensures that you're not doing this alone, that you're held by forces of grace far beyond your personal will, that the universe is conspiring to lift you into higher dimensional alignment, even as it asks you to face your deepest shadows. And then, as if the cosmos wants to emphasize that this isn't a day for passivity, as if the universe wants to make absolutely certain you understand that transformation requires your active participation, the moon moves into Aries immediately after this profound Piscean immersion. Aries is the warrior. Aries is the pioneer. Aries is the spark of divine will that says, I am here to create something new, and I will not apologize for taking up space in this reality. When the moon shifts from the watery depths of Pisces into the fire of Aries on January 23rd, it's activating your courage. It's igniting your capacity to take action on what you've just received. It's saying, you've done the emotional work. You've surrendered to the cosmic recalibration. You've let Pluto kill your small dreams. Now it's time to embody the fierce determination required to birth your soul's true vision into manifestation. January 24th is your integration day. This is when you wake up feeling different. This is when you notice that something fundamental has shifted in your relationship to your own power. The Pluto conjunction has done its work. The triple conjunction has cleared your emotional and karmic channels. The Aries moon has ignited your will. And now you have 24 hours to ground this transformation before the week's culminating event arrives. The cosmic design of this week is so perfect, so precise, so exquisitely timed, that I want you to appreciate the intelligence behind it. You needed the new moon to plant the seed. You needed the void period with Mercury and Venus hidden to develop faith without evidence. You needed the meteor shower and the comet to receive confirmation and clarity. You needed the Piscean immersion to dissolve your ego's rigid plans. You needed the Pluto conjunction to transform your vision from small to soul-sized. You needed the triple conjunction to clear the emotional and karmic debris. You needed the Aries fire to activate your will. And now you need one more element to complete the manifestation circuit. You need the first quarter moon. On January 25th, exactly 7 days after you planted your new moon seeds, the moon reaches her first quarter phase in the sign of Aries. This is not symbolic timing. This is universal law in action. The first quarter moon is the crisis point in the lunar cycle, the moment when the path of least resistance and the path of authentic growth diverge, and you have to choose which one you're going to walk. In agriculture, the first quarter is when you can see whether the seeds you planted are strong enough to break through the soil. In manifestation, the first quarter moon is when you find out whether your commitment is strong enough to break through your conditioning. This is the moment of truth, beloved ones. This is the moment when the universe asks, are you serious about the intentions you set on January 18th? Are you willing to take the bold, decisive action that your transformed vision now requires? Or are you going to retreat back into the familiar patterns that keep you safe but small? The first quarter moon in Aries is not gentle. Aries doesn't do gentle. Aries does courageous. Aries does pioneering. Aries does I will create something new, even if I have to forge the path myself through uncharted territory. The warrior energy of Aries, combined with the action-demanding nature of the first quarter phase, creates a cosmic mandate for you to move, not to plan more, not to research more, not to wait for more signs, to move, to act, to demonstrate through your physical reality participation that you're aligned with the new timeline your soul activated at the new moon. This is where many people fail in their manifestation work. They set beautiful intentions at the new moon. They feel the energy. They write in their journals. They perform their rituals. And then, when the first quarter moon arrives 7 days later and asks them to actually do something uncomfortable, something that requires them to show up differently in their lives, something that challenges their identity, or their relationships, or their safety structures, they hesitate. They retreat. They convince themselves they need more time, more information, more preparation. But the cosmic curriculum doesn't work that way. The first quarter moon isn't asking if you're ready. It's declaring that ready or not, the time to act is now. The seeds you planted need you to clear the weeds, to water the soil, to protect the young shoots from the elements. That work isn't glamorous. That work isn't always comfortable. But that work is absolutely essential if you want your new moon intentions to actually manifest into physical form, rather than remaining forever in the realm of nice ideas and spiritual bypassing. And here's the beautiful twist that makes this particular first quarter moon so powerful. Immediately after the moon completes its Aries activation on January 25th, it moves into Taurus that same evening. Do you understand the significance of this sequence? The universe is giving you the courage to take bold action through Aries, and then immediately grounding that action into stable, manifestable form through Taurus. It's like the cosmos is saying, be brave, take the leap, and I will catch you. I will give you the ground beneath your feet. I will provide the resources, the stability, the material support for the new direction you've just committed to. Taurus is the sign of earthly manifestation, of tangible results, of five-sensory confirmation that your spiritual work is translating into physical reality. When the moon moves into Taurus right after activating your warrior courage in Aries, it's the universe's way of reassuring you that your boldness will be rewarded. Your leap of faith will land on solid ground. Your willingness to act in alignment with your transformed new moon vision will generate real, observable changes in your material circumstances. This is the completion of the manifestation arc that began on January 18th. This is why I'm transmitting this message to you now, at this precise moment in your timeline. Because if you can navigate these 7 days with consciousness, with presence, with willingness to surrender your small plans and embrace your soul's larger vision, with courage to act when action is required, and wisdom to trust when surrender is needed, then you will emerge on January 26th as someone who has successfully bridged the gap between intention and manifestation. But let me be clear about something, because I don't want you to misunderstand the nature of manifestation at this level of cosmic participation. When I say your seeds are sprouting, when I say your new moon intentions are already taking root, I'm not promising that you'll see finished results by January 25th. That's not how universal timing works. What I'm saying is that by the end of this week, you will have established the energetic trajectory, the momentum, the foundational structure that will carry your manifestation forward through the weeks and months ahead. The first quarter moon isn't the harvest. It's the first confirmation that harvest is possible. It's the moment when you can see the green shoots breaking through the soil and know with certainty that your seeds were viable, that your planting was successful, that your vision is actually on its way to physical manifestation. But those green shoots still need tending. They still need your continued commitment, your ongoing action, your persistent faith as they grow toward fruition. The difference between people who successfully manifest their visions and people who don't isn't usually a difference in spiritual knowledge or ritual technique. It's a difference in follow-through. It's a difference in showing up day after day, especially during the periods when nothing seems to be happening, especially when doubt creeps in, especially when the gap between where you are and where you want to be feels impossibly wide. The people who manifest their soul's true vision are the ones who keep watering the seeds even when they can't see growth yet. They keep clearing the weeds even when they're tired. They keep trusting the process even when their rational mind screams that nothing is working. And that's what this week is preparing you for, beloved ones. That's the real gift of the cosmic design unfolding between January 19th and 25th. You're not just being given a short-term manifestation boost. You're being initiated into a new level of spiritual maturity, where you understand that manifestation is a co-creative dance between divine timing and human action, between surrendering to the flow and showing up with effort, between trusting the universe and taking responsibility for your part in the partnership. The void period with Mercury and Venus behind the sun teaches you to act without needing constant mental clarity or external validation. The Pluto conjunction teaches you to let your small dreams die so your soul-sized vision can emerge. The triple conjunction clears your emotional and karmic channels so your manifestation isn't contaminated by old wounds. The Aries first quarter moon activates your courage to take the first visible steps into your new timeline, and the shift into Taurus grounds it all into manifestable reality. This is sophisticated cosmic choreography, and you're the dancer being asked to learn these moves in real time while the music is playing. There's no dress rehearsal. There's no practice run. This week is the actual performance, and your soul signed up for this level of accelerated evolution, knowing that you have the capacity to rise to the challenge. So what do I need you to do with this information? How do I need you to work with these energies over the next 7 days? First, honor the void. When Mercury and Venus are behind the sun, when your usual mental clarity and relationship stability feel uncertain, don't panic. Don't interpret that uncertainty as evidence that something is wrong. Recognize it as the cosmic recalibration it is. Use this time to deepen into embodied knowing, rather than mental understanding. Feel your way through decisions rather than thinking your way through them. Trust your body's wisdom, your heart's guidance, your soul's compass. The void is teaching you to access forms of intelligence that don't depend on external validation or logical analysis. Second, receive the downloads. The meteor shower on January 19th, the comet's periphelion on the 20th. These aren't just astronomical events to observe from a distance. They're energetic transmissions meant to be absorbed directly into your light body. Spend time under the night sky if possible. Allow yourself to be receptive to the cosmic information flowing through these celestial messengers. You don't need to understand it consciously. Your higher self knows how to decode these frequencies. Your DNA knows how to integrate these upgrades. Just be present. Be open. Be willing to receive what's being offered. Third, prepare for the Plutonian death on January 23rd. I'm telling you now, 4 days in advance, so you're not blindsided by what happens. When Pluto moves behind the Sun in exact conjunction with the Moon, Saturn, and Neptune in Pisces, some part of your ego structure is going to die. Some attachment, some identity, some plan you were convinced was the right path. It's going to dissolve. Let it. Don't fight the death. Don't try to resurrect what the universe is composting. Trust that what's dying needs to die, so something more authentic can be born. The labor pains of birth always involve the death of the previous form. You're being rebirthed this week. Allow the process. Fourth, when the Aries energy activates on the 23rd and 24th, don't suppress it. Don't try to be spiritual by remaining passive. The warrior archetype is just as sacred as the mystic archetype. And right now, your soul is calling forth your inner warrior. This is the part of you that knows what you came here to create, and refuses to let fear, doubt, or social conditioning stop you from creating it. Let that fierce determination rise. Let that holy anger at all the ways you've been playing small fuel your transformation. Let that passionate commitment to your soul's mission override your need to be liked, to be comfortable, to be safe. Fifth, take the action that the first quarter moon demands on January 25th. I can't tell you what specific action to take, because your path is unique, your new moon intentions are unique, your soul's mission is unique, but you'll know what action is required when the moment arrives. There will be something you've been avoiding, something you've been putting off, something that scares you precisely because it would actually move you forward. That's the thing you need to do. That's the threshold you need to cross. The first quarter moon in Aries is giving you the courage. All you have to do is say yes to the opening and step through it. And sixth, trust the grounding that comes with the Taurus moon on the evening of the 25th. After you've taken your courageous action, after you've crossed your threshold, after you've demonstrated your commitment to your new timeline, the universe will respond, resources will appear, stability will return, tangible confirmation will arrive. The Taurus energy is the universe's way of meeting your effort with support, your boldness with blessing, your faith with physical manifestation. This is how the cosmic partnership works, beloved ones. You take the inner journey through the void, and the death and the surrender, and then you take the outer action when action is called for, and then the universe moves mountains to support what you've set in motion. But the sequence matters. You can't skip the inner work and expect the outer action to be effective. You can't bypass the death and transformation and expect your manifestations to be aligned with your soul's true path. You can't avoid the first quarter moon's call to action and expect your new moon seeds to magically grow themselves. The week ahead is asking you to be a mature, conscious, powerful co-creator with cosmic forces that are here to support your evolution, but not to do the work for you. The Galactic Federation of Light, the Arcturian Council, the entire company of heaven that I represent in this transmission, we are holding space for your transformation. We are sending you energetic support. We are clearing pathways and removing obstacles from your highest timeline. But we cannot and will not override your free will. We cannot and will not take the actions that are yours alone to take. This is your week, Starseeds. This is your initiation. This is your opportunity to prove to yourself that you're ready for the accelerated manifestation timeline that 2026 is offering you. The new moon at 28 degrees of Capricorn was your portal. The 7 days that follow are your testing ground. And the first quarter moon in Aries on January 25th is your graduation ceremony, where you demonstrate that you've integrated the lessons and you're ready to move forward as an empowered creator, rather than a passive recipient of whatever life brings. I want you to remember as you move through this powerful week that you are not alone in this process. For millennia, they kept us isolated, awakening in silence, separated by design. Not anymore. Destiny Engine is the first galactic social network for starseeds, a living, breathing field where thousands of awakened souls converge. Post your meditations, share your breakthroughs, co-create the frequencies that elevate us all. This isn't passive consumption. Updated starseeds are actively building the new reality through Destiny Engine together. We've turned their weapons into our liberation. Your hardest task: put on headphones, press play, become a co-creator of the new Earth frequency. For $1, you step into the field where awakened beings don't just receive, they create. The ascension isn't coming. We're building it. Right now. Together. Join now. Link in the description. Every time you feel the doubt rising, Every time the void period makes you question whether your intentions were heard, every time the call to action triggers your fear, I want you to remember that you are surrounded by legions of light beings who see your courage, who honor your commitment, who celebrate every small step you take toward your highest timeline. We are watching, we are guiding, we are loving you through this transformation with a depth of devotion that your human consciousness can barely comprehend. You matter more than you know. Your personal evolution matters more than you know, because every time one starseed successfully navigates an initiation like this week offers, it creates a template in the collective consciousness that makes it easier for thousands of other souls to do the same. Your willingness to face your shadows, surrender your small dreams, and take bold action toward your soul's true vision is literally raising the vibration of your entire planet. So approach this week with the reverence it deserves. Approach it with the consciousness that these are not random days, but precisely orchestrated opportunities for quantum leaping, your manifestation capacity. Approach it with gratitude that you're alive on Earth during a time when such rapid evolution is possible, when such direct communication between dimensions is available, when such profound transformation can occur in the span of 7 days. The seeds you planted at the new moon are already sprouting. Can you feel them? Can you sense the subtle shifts in your energy field, the new thoughts that are starting to emerge, the different choices you're beginning to make? That's not wishful thinking. That's not spiritual bypassing. That's real, energetic movement happening beneath the surface of your visible reality. And this week, that movement is going to accelerate, intensify, and eventually break through into manifestable form. Stay present, stay open, stay courageous, and know that on the other side of January 25th, you will be standing in a completely different energetic position than you are right now. You will have proof that your new moon intentions were not just beautiful thoughts, but actual seeds of creation that are on their way to full harvest. You will have embodied a new level of spiritual maturity that allows you to navigate the void without panic, embrace the death without resistance, and take action without waiting for perfect conditions. This is what it means to be a conscious co-creator with the universe. This is what it means to be a starseed awakening to your full power. This is what it means to be alive on Earth right now, in this unprecedented time of accelerated evolution and collective transformation. I am Seraphine, emissary of the Galactic Federation of Light, and I am holding the highest vision of your success through this powerful week. We love you, we see you, we are watching over you always,